Hi everyone, sorry for the slight delay. My life is crazy busy as always. Cards are literally flying out of my deck. What does that tell you? That tells you, my folks, my friends, that there are some crazy energies still that will probably exist for quite some time. Literally, my deck just flew open here. So, whew, crazy. I know a lot of friends of mine have been feeling the intensity this week. I feel like the past, I don't even know, few months, all of this year, all of 2014 so far, and I think it will continue to be quite intense. So, what can we do about it? Well, we can ground and breathe. So everyone take a nice deep breath before we even begin this week. So it's of course Tuesday, and I didn't have a chance to get this out to you yesterday, but that's okay. I'm human. I'm going to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards because I do feel like there's a lot of powerful stuff going on. We have a new moon, and you know, there's just a lot of stuff going on, eclipses, lots of solar flares as well. So you guys know, things have been crazy, like I said, for most of this year. Try to ground as much as possible. As I said last week, you know, try to drink more water, try to spend more time outside, and if the weather's crappy, then just try to have more time for you to meditate, to do yoga, to do whatever it is that resonates with you. So I'm going to choose 3 cards from that deck, but I'm also going to choose 1 card from the Archangel Oracle cards. I don't know why, but something's telling me to pull 1 card from this. And then I thought, just before this video, why don't I do 3 from this and 1 from the other deck, and something said no. We're going to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards first to choose 3 cards for this week. So 1 for the beginning of the week, 1 for the middle of the week. There's actually 2 that are coming to mind. And 1 for the weekend. And 1 additional message from the Archangel Oracle cards. Awesome. So in Doreen Virtue's reading, actually happy birthday Doreen, it's her birthday today, that's awesome. Super excited, I love her very much, as you guys know. In her reading for this week, she tapped into, you know, all the crazy energies as well, obviously, and it's kind of a roller coaster of a week. And I, again, feel like this whole year has been a bit of a roller coaster. Times when I've had to stop and retreat and be patient and trust in timing, divine timing, that everything's happening at the perfect divine time for me and for everyone, and that projects will come together at the perfect time. And then there's other moments where it's like go, 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 things are just flying ready, coming together, projects are coming together and being released, being published. So it's a very fine line to walk. You know, it's a balance that we have to find, the giving and receiving, the giving and taking, the self-care and caring for others, and of course nurturing ourselves, giving to ourselves, giving to others. There's this dance we have to do and kind of figure out. And as you guys know, I can relate because personally sometimes I drain myself because I give out a lot. But you really do, truly, as cliche and silly as it sounds, you really do have the most to give out when you give to yourself first. But let's see what we have in store for this week. So this will be for the beginning of the week, so it was yesterday and today. Sorry, that's really hard to see. The King of Ariel. So it says, successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using your resources wisely. So that's awesome. I know a lot of us are changing careers or advancing in our careers. And things are working out. Trusting in financial success and financial abundance. I know a lot of us have worries about money. Join the club. You know, it's tough to get in alignment with your purpose and what you really love to do, what you really want to do, and find financial security, financial abundance in that. But it is possible, believe me. And I'm on that path and on that journey as well. And what I've been doing is stopping affirming to myself that I don't have money, or, you know, just stuff like that. Notice your thoughts. As I was saying last week, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can't do it? Are you telling yourself that it's not possible to do it? Pay attention to what you're saying. An affirmation that I've been saying and coming up with myself that you can use, or you can come up with your own, is that I am always abundantly provided for in all ways. I am always abundantly provided for in all ways, and that includes financially as well. And you can also say, I've also been telling myself that I am financially abundant. And even if you don't feel it right away, just, you have to, you don't have to, but it would help you to practice telling yourself these things over and over. It's a practice. As I said last week, these things take practice, these things take time to manifest. It's not like, I'm financially abundant, and then tomorrow I have a pot of gold sitting at my door. It doesn't really work like that. And maybe sometimes it does, but it's all about what intention you put out there. So what are you creating? What do you want to create? Do you want to manifest the life of your dreams? Do you want to manifest more financial abundance? You can do this. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself first, though, because you could be blocking all of this abundance that's trying to get to you. Your angels and guides and all of these beautiful spirits are always gifting you and showering you with so much love, but if you're blocked and you have your blinders on, you're blocking yourself. There's no one else stopping you except for you. So pay attention to what you're telling yourself, especially about finances. For the middle of the week, there's 2 cards here, okay? So we're going to go through these and see how these 2 cards go together. We have Justice. This is with Archangel Raguel, and it says, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor, and don't give up. So this is really about standing up for yourself. But again, look at this card. Again, it's balance. Everything's balancing the scales, finding a balance between self-care, caring for others, standing up for yourself, being assertive, but also listening to other people as well, right? It's not just about you. It's not just about me. This is about finding a balance. Listening is a huge part of communication as well, right? So I just think it's funny that the scales keep coming up lately, because it is about finding that. And also remember that justice will ultimately always be done. Love will always conquer fear. Love will always rise above and win. And that's what that card is really about. So, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and to be assertive. I love Doreen's book. I'm like, I don't have it here. Oh, yes, I do. I do. Yeah. Awesome. I have my books everywhere, so I didn't think I did. Assertiveness for Earth Angels. Such an amazing book, and it's about being assertive, trying to become assertive, becoming aware of your patterns, everyone else's patterns, why people react to you, and how sometimes, even though they could be mirroring you, it doesn't have to do with you as a being. It doesn't have to do with your worth if you're treated a certain way. We all have these crazy belief systems sometimes that just block us from what we want, and it's about becoming aware of it, becoming conscious of it, and creating from that space. But again, it's a practice. It's a lifelong journey that's never going to end, so don't get so upset about it. What else was I going to say? Yeah, assertiveness is standing up for yourself, and standing up for equality, and standing up for your rights, and again, also being able to listen to what other people have to say, and listening to how they feel as well, because it's equally important. And being assertive is not the same as being aggressive, which is really, really important, and it's something that is really, I don't want to say stressed in this book, but it's something that's really a key message in that book. So to go along with justice for the middle of this week, we have, hopefully you can see that, 7 of Ariel. And it says, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So Ariel's come up twice this week, okay? So if you feel guided to, you can call on Archangel Ariel, or you can research Archangel Ariel. Or, again, you don't have to call on angels if you don't wish to. You can call on a positive energy, whatever resonates with you. It's just really interesting when 2 or more of the same suit or the same archangel comes up in this deck of power cards, because there's 78 cards, and they're shuffled well. And I always shuffle them well. So when the same angel is coming up multiple times in one reading, there's a really strong message that's trying to come through. So at the beginning of the week, the message from Ariel is saying that things are working out well, there's financial success, just stay positive in your thoughts about that. And when we get to the middle of the week, the message is you've invested wisely, so still things are going positively, and have patience for the harvest. And this is the message that keeps coming out of me lately, for myself and for everyone else, right? things are a practice. Things take patience. This is a never-ending, lifelong journey of taking care of ourselves and learning about ourselves and learning about the universe and about others. So take time to review in the middle of the week how far you've come. And a lot of times I can also get stuck in this, wanting people to be proud of me or wanting this kind of pat on the back from people, whether it's really close friends or from family. That's usually who I want it from the most, not really so much from strangers. But, you know, it's nice to get compliments and stuff from people. But the underlying thing here is that it's important for us to recognize our own growth and our own progress. And once we can identify that within ourselves and see that light within ourselves, it just brings so much light to the world. People will see it. And that will inspire people to see that within themselves more as well. So again, it puts out this amazing thing. So when you're doing this for yourself, you're doing a great service for yourself and for others. So take time to, you know, even write out your progress. How far have you come this year? Things are going by so quickly. Just take a moment and take a couple of minutes, you know, take out a pen, take out some paper and jot down how far you've really come. And just focus on that for a moment without even skipping ahead and saying, I need to do this and I still need to get this done, I still need to get that project done or whatever. You know, take a minute or a couple minutes to really bask in the light of what you have done. Even since January, you know, like I said, we're going into May in a couple of days, which is just crazy. It goes by really quickly. And though I also have a lot of stuff that I have to complete and finish and publish this year, it's so important to sit down and say, okay, well that's awesome and I will focus on that. But first, I need to focus on giving myself some credit here and seeing how far I've come even since January, which is very, very far in a small amount of time. And I feel like a lot of us have been growing rapidly and have been doing a lot of things within the past few months. And you can also do this for like years prior to, you know, like how far have I come in the past year or 2 years, 5 years, whatever you feel guided to do. But even just do 2014 so far. How far have you come since January or since New Year's? Probably a really long way. A lot of us have. So give yourself that credit because you deserve it. And after that, you can make plans to focus on the goals that you have coming up and the stuff that you still want to complete. And that's important to do as well. But it's also first important to give yourself some credit for how far you've come. For the weekend, it's hard to see again, it's Ariel again. 5 of Ariel. Archangel Ariel is really playing a huge part of this week and has a huge presence this week. Okay? This says you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Again, stay focused on your thoughts, guys. What are you telling yourself? If you, in the middle of the week, as I just suggested, take time to do an inventory and see how far you've come and see how far you have to go, that can bring about some really negative thoughts about yourself. So be aware of that, and don't be angry about that. You know, don't get angry at yourself for that because you're human, but pay attention to what that brings up for you. Because personally, I know that it'll probably stress me out if I think about and I make a huge list about all the stuff that I have to get done and all the stuff I have to do and all the stuff I want to do and love to do. It's a huge list, and it can be overwhelming. So the message from Ariel on the weekend is that you don't have to go through these challenges alone. The message that I've been pulling up as well in my personal readings is, you know, we're really being guided, we're really being supported, and helpful people are there. Helpful people do exist if you're open to receiving that help. And it's okay to ask for help in certain areas as well. So you don't have to go through everything alone, and you don't have to tackle every project alone. You don't have to go through every single thing in life on your own. And though we do have our individual life paths, we're here to help each other, right? So stay open to that help and just please pay attention to the thoughts that you're having, especially about all the stuff you have to do and even about all the stuff that you want to do. And, you know, we can make lists and lists and lists about stuff that we want to do and love to do and should do, want to do. And it can be really stressful. Like, I know that. So keep in mind that what you put out there is what you're manifesting. And again, you don't have to fear if you have a negative thought. You can cancel, clear, delete that thought and get realigned with a positive thought. But, you know, be aware that if you keep telling yourself and keep thinking, as I said at the beginning of the week, about, you know, finances, if you keep telling yourself that you're broke, or that you don't deserve finances, or that you can't make money from doing what you love, then that's going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy, which just means that you can potentially create that for yourself, and it has nothing to do with your worth, because we're all worthy and we all deserve happiness and health and financial abundance. And what happens is sometimes if we focus so much on negative stuff and we attract it, we think, see, I was right. I'm not worthy of this. And, you know, it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it becomes a cycle that keeps going and going and going. When in reality, we're always worthy. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind about what you are thinking about others, but more so what you're thinking about yourself and what you're telling yourself. So be aware of your thoughts. The additional message for this week is clairaudience. This is with Archangel Zadkiel, and it says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So that kind of goes along with what I was just saying. Notice the negative thoughts, but also notice the positive. And notice that you can tap into divine guidance, messages for you from your higher self, from source, from spirit, from God, from the universe, from the angels, from any positive energy. It's your choice to tap into that energy. You can. Believe that you can. Tell yourself that you can, because we all have the ability to tap into our intuition and to tap into the loving guidance that we need to create and manifest what we want, to create affirmations, to create positive thoughts. Ask for assistance to help you align with positive thoughts. I ask my angels a lot lately to please help me align my thoughts with light and love and with my higher purpose, with my higher self. And if you ask, you shall receive. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.